Hey guys, so I want to do a quick video here on some of the best phones of 2017. So a lot of people ask me, which is the best phone out on the market. It's a very subjective question, based upon what you're looking for in a handset. But I have made a little pick here of what I think are the best phones right now in terms of, the value for money as well as what they offer. So this is my top six basically, and I gotta say, it's very difficult to choose the top three because all of the manufacturers are doing so well, bringing some amazing hardware and software to the table. But I have eventually, settled with what I consider the top three here, much to the, disappointment of many Sony fanboys. I have obviously, said before that I think the S8 and the XZ Premium are the best Androids right now, but I think the S8 does just pit the XZ Premium in some areas to make it probably the best handset overall in terms of the software and the engineering, etc. It's not without its flaws, it does have some issues still, like the fingerprint sensor, the software, which is a little bit laggy compared to what you can get on some other phones. But when you consider, the amount of effort that Samsung made on the, engineering, as well as the software, the camera, as well as the, fast charging, waterproofing, etc., I considered the S8 to be probably the best Android phone right now overall, as well as the S8 Plus. I don't have that obviously, but if you've got that, you could substitute for the S8 Plus. Comes with a little bit bigger battery. I have done quite a few battery tests actually with the standard model, and it seems to beat phones which have bigger batteries. So this is an Exynos model as well. Not sure about the Snapdragon model, but overall, I think it is the best Android right now overall. Obviously we do have Sony as number two, which the reason why I chose Sony is because it comes with some amazing features itself, like 4K display, as well as very nice sophisticated design. It is coming with slightly bigger bezels still, a little bit out of date, as well as the camera is not the best in low light like scenario, but I think generally, if you're looking for a high-end Android, it is among the best options right now. We do have iPhone 7 Plus as number three, because iPhone 7, you're getting a unique software experience. You can't get this software experience on any other phone. It's coming with very solid construction as well. Nice metallic kind of design here. And it's an iPhone at the end of the day, and everyone likes iPhones, really. Well, not everyone, but I certainly do. It's a little bit locked down in terms of the ecosystem, but it's very easy to use. The software will be updated in 5 years' time, and it's going to hold its value quite well. That's why I consider it number three. The only thing which I would say is that the hardware isn't quite up there with Android still, no fast charging and things like that, so that's something to consider. Now, number four was quite tough for me to choose here because we have some nice contenders. We have the HTC U11, LG G6, and the OnePlus 5. But overall, I've chosen the U11 as being number four, LG G6 number five, and the OnePlus 5 as the number six here. I think we have actually 7 smartphones on the table, so this is a top 7 actually. So the reason why I chose the U11 as number 4 here is because the amount of effort HTC has made on the handset to make it an amazing phone overall, in terms of the camera, the software experience is very fluid. The only thing which I would say is it's a high maintenance phone. You need to continually clean it to keep it looking its best. It's a trend that I've seen with many manufacturers actually going with glass phones nowadays, which I don't really like too much. I'd prefer them to use like a frosted glass construction, so it's less fingerprint prone. But other than that, you have your 3D audio recording, which is absolutely amazing. You have your squeeze ability, which is quite innovative. and overall it's just a fantastic phone. You know, it's got no issues with it whatsoever. It runs extremely smooth, and it's a little bit you know, boxy compared to what I would have liked. Maybe HTC should have looked at what LG and Samsung were doing to reduce the bezel, but it does come at number 4 in my opinion in terms of what it brings to the table. LG G6, I've made a video on this recently. It is coming with amazing bezel ratio itself. You can see you know, there's very minimal in terms of the bezel, and it has the amazing dual camera lens. The thing which lets it down a little bit is the processor, which isn't quite up there, and the battery life, also the features which aren't uniform across each market, so you don't know what you're going to get with your G6 compared to the V20 and the V10, which came with like pretty much the same features everywhere. So that's why I put it at number 5 here. OnePlus 5, very solid phone. You know, it's coming at a very affordable price. However, there have been several issues which I think have knocked it down to number 6 here, you know, in terms of the jelly effect screen, which is a bit annoying, the slightly less spectacular camera, which didn't really live up to expectations, as well as, you know, the fact that it's a little bit more expensive this year, and you could get like one of these phones instead for a little bit more. So maybe, you know, next year OnePlus will come out with the true like flagship killer, or maybe this year they'll probably come out with OnePlus 5T. It's a solid phone overall, you know, but I don't think it's as good as the OnePlus 3. Last but not least, we do have the Mi 6 phone, which I haven't forgotten about. This many people might have heard of this phone because obviously it's from Xiaomi, but I think it offers an amazing amount of spec here for the price. And because it's a little bit older, it's also a little bit cheaper. You can get them for about 300 to 400 euro. It's coming with all the top end processor, 6 gigs of RAM, etc., and dual camera as well, with the you know, amazing bokeh modes and stuff like that. So very good contender here. Arguably, you know, in some ways I think the Mi 6 is better than the OnePlus 5 this year. You know, it's got, I think, the optical image stabilization on the camera, so and water like resistance as well, not full waterproofing but water resistance, so definitely one to consider. You know, the Mi 6 is just a software which lets it down a little bit. You know, you don't know what you're going to get in terms of the updates, etc. So that's what I'm thinking here when it comes to, you know, what I think are the top end phones for 2017 so far. Next month we're going to be getting a whole crop of new phones, such as the Note 8, LG V30, Pixel 2, so, you know, this list might change a little bit, but I hope this you know, gives you some idea what I'm thinking in regards to these phones. And if you've got any comments, do leave one. I'm certainly interested to find out what you think. So yeah, just a quick little video here, and I'll see you in the next one.